didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
Square up.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Andre Berto, two-time world champion. Today's guest, NFL legend, media mogul. What's up? Ocho Cinco. What's good, baby? We call them gym fighters. Yeah. These guys are in the gym, they can probably beat the hell out of any world champion you can think of.
Yeah. When that bell rang, and them lights on, you got 10, 15,000 watching. When I stepped in that ring, I think boxing is becoming great again.
Square up.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Let's go.
12 o'clock, 3-man front here on this Tuesday. World Cup action getting started right now in Dallas. You got the Ivory Coast taking on Norway. Of course, United States taking on Bosnia-Herzegovina coming up tomorrow night from Santa Clara. Had World Cup action yesterday. Germany eliminated in an upset. And then you had thrilling soccer if you stayed up late for it last night as Morocco wins on penalty kicks, which learned a little bit about the penalty kick. I had to brush up on my penalty kick and strategy. I did see where somebody compared the corner kick in soccer to basically the overtime rules in college football, where you have placement of ball inside the opponent's.
Oh, I got you. I
thought that was a pretty good comparison.
Okay.
I need more of those side by side. Football versus
It helps.
football.
It helps.
Barrett Sallee, we're going to talk baseball with Barrett. He is pregame host for Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Barrett, how are you today? Hopefully you are doing better than I was this past month with my Braves.
I'm good. A nice day off, and hopefully that works wonders for a Braves offense that has been it's been frustrating to watch, and we keep waiting for something to change. Hopefully a day off helps.
What is your – I know that we have bumps, and I have people who tell me here on the show after the Braves get off the great start, it's a bump. It's a bump. I realize that the Braves are better than this, Barrett, but what are some of the things leading to this? Did you just chalk it up to baseball, bad luck, or is there something else going on?
It is in part baseball, but I think this team has – and it's not just this year. It was last year after the 0-7 start. It was really in the playoffs against the Padres 2 years ago. When they start pressing, they can't get out of that rut. It takes a long time for them to get out of that rut. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of one person, if it's just because of the culture, I don't know what it is. But it does feel like anytime they start pressing, everybody gets infected with that. And I think that's what's been going on for the last, 3-4 weeks, because it's not like their attitude has changed. Their attitude is just like it was before the season. They're all joking around. They're having a good old time. The clubhouse is healthy. And it's just it's like when the game starts, the switch gets flipped, and the pressure that we all kind of put on them from the outside as fans, it seems like it affects them. And honestly, I don't know why. And it's something that has been present for, 2.5 years now.
So I wanted to ask you specifically about what you've seen or what you've heard maybe with Drake Baldwin, because we know he had the oblique issue back in May, and then he returns. And if correct me if I'm wrong, but he hasn't gotten a hit in about 2 weeks now. And just really, really struggling at the plate. So we know he's an integral part of that offense. And, still, statistically putting together a nice season. But what have you seen from him over the last couple of weeks? Is maybe something nagging him from that injury, or is this just a slump for Drake Baldwin, you think?
He has not said anything about something nagging him from the injury. But his timing is off. His timing is clearly off because his swing hasn't changed. I think that's what's so surprising about it is that his bat stays in the zone for so long, and the swing plane has been so consistent. And you look at some of these advanced metrics, and you look at some of the charts that you can put up, and the swing plane's the same, the time in the zone is the same. So he's not doing anything different. He's just missing them. His timing's off, and I don't think he would ever say that it's the injury, and it might not be. It might just be that he hasn't fully, gotten to a point where he can mentally trust himself. But all indications, you can look at all these advanced stats and technology, and everything looks the same. So it is simply a fact that his timing is off, and I think for all of the Braves, this is the one guy where I would think that would never go through a slump like this because of the way he operates, because of how he approaches at bats. And I think it's probably shocking him a little bit because he hasn't had to go through this. Even last year, when the book got out on him for a little bit, it was a 4-game stretch, maybe 5-game stretch, and then he adjusted and things got better. But it's a timing thing, and I think it's frustrating for him. You can kind of see that it's not that his attitude's changed. It almost looks like he's just confused as to how this could possibly be happening, which is, I think, the same for all of us as well.
The same question I have for you, Barrett, different player, Austin Riley. Is it the longer hair this year? Is it fatherhood? Is it too much golf? What's going on?
There's no such thing as too much golf.
No, I agree. And that was terrible of me to say.
Maybe Hugh Freeze disagrees, but that's just a different story.
Yeah.
I think Austin, talk about pressing. He has been one of those guys, and that's been for a while now. You can see when he's pressing, he puts too much pressure on himself. And it's like what he's working on in the batting cage and in batting practice isn't translating, because in batting practice, and I've sat there and watched him behind the cage. I've sat here and watched him for 3 weeks, 4 weeks now when they've been at home. He has consistently gone the other way. There are batting practice sessions where he doesn't hit a ball to the left of second base. And that's how you get out of a slump, right? Any coach will tell you. How do you get out of a slump? Up the middle, go the other way. Up the middle, go the other way. He's doing it. He 100% is doing it. And then the game comes around, and he's pulling off of everything. Like everything. A slider away, he's still trying to pull. And I think it's a matter of taking what he's working on in the cage and he's not implementing it in actual games. And it might be something as simple as what he does off 70-mile-an-hour batting practice pitches. He just can't fully wrap his head around how to do that when you get a 89-mile-an-hour slider or a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Mizorowski. But I'll tell you, he has done the work. The work has been done. It's just not translating to game situations.
Barrett Sallee of the Braves Radio Network. You can hear him right here on Jock's pre- and post-game coverage there for the Atlanta Braves. Appreciate him joining us here on this Tuesday. So, Barrett, take us inside this series coming up with the Cardinals. I hate that Pat is not here today to heavily criticize the starting pitcher that the Braves are going to see tonight on the other side there. But Liberatore, he's got an ERA north of 5.5, so you would have to think this would be a great opportunity for the Braves to get back on track, offensively speaking. But what are your kind of expectations for this series kicking off tonight now?
Well, does he hate Liberatore as much as he hates Miles Michaelis? Because that seems unhealthy.
Yeah, I don't.
No, he doesn't hate anybody as much as Michaelis. No. That's a special kind of hatred.
Yeah, Michaelis and TJ Finley. Yep, those two.
That's good. Yeah, it's a chance for them, but there have been pitchers that they should just absolutely dominate that they haven't been able to dominate. So. I think getting back home might help, kind of getting over that road trip and, out west and getting a day off after that. And, that might help. But theoretically, look, there's a lot of Braves that have had success against him. Not a lot have had a lot of experience against him, but those that have had experience against him have had success. So, I mean, yes, in theory, but I'm at a point now with the Braves where it's not even who's on the mound. Like I don't even really know. Like it doesn't really matter who's opposing them on the mound. It's what do they look like in the mirror? Like how do they view themselves? And it's not a good spot right now. But yes, in theory, they should absolutely get fat and get healthy against this guy. But that's not how the game is played, and it's certainly not how the Braves have been playing it lately.
Now that we've gone through the month of June after the Braves were playing just masterful baseball, and it was beautiful to watch, do you have more concerns? Or the concerns that you had prior to the season, are they the same? Have they been alleviated? Where are you right now in this Braves club as far as length of the season and postseason? We still feeling good or more concerns?
I'm not feeling good. I still think they'll make the postseason. I mean, anytime you have 49 wins banked before the halfway mark, you're doing all right. And I'm not the biggest pace guy, but they were on pace for 98 wins even after, this month. So, yeah, I think the starting pitching is concerned. Martin Perez has been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely love Martin Perez, but do you trust him in a playoff situation to follow Chris Sale? I'd like to say yes, but
are they going to make a move there? Starting rotation?
Yeah, I think they will. And I think, we've talked about this when I talked to you guys. Walt has been very aggressive with his bullpen, right? And he's done a lot of piggybacking. And we said on the show that, okay, great, that's working, but how long is it going to work? And the answer is we're finding out. It's not now. So they need to get Waldrop back 100% or at least stretched out. They need to get Ronaldo Lopez stretched out. Smith-Shawver's pitching today in Augusta. They need to get him. They need to get more of a traditional rotation rather than having, 3 separate spots be for 5 different guys. You can't live like that, even though they did live like that for a little while.
So I feel like you get asked this every time we have you on, Barrett, but as we get closer and closer to that point of the season, what are your thoughts, trade deadline? How active are you expecting the Atlanta Braves to be? I'm not going to ask you about Scooble again, but if you've heard anything on that front, we would love for you to share it. But just your thoughts, what the philosophy is going to be from the front office as we get closer to the deadline.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to make some moves. Alex is a wheeler and dealer, and I think you heard him on Braves Vision, the pregame show, 2 days ago, that he likes to be aggressive. He wants to evaluate his team, and I certainly think now it's a priority to get a starting pitcher. The problem is it's a priority for everybody to get a starting pitcher, right? And on top of that, everybody's sort of in the mix for a playoff spot, save for 3 or 4 teams. So if Sandy Alcantara was going to be a trade piece, well, that's not going to happen because the Marlins are in the mix now. So they're going to definitely be aggressive. I do wonder, and we talked about this on the podcast this morning actually, what happens with if the Braves farm system is healthier, which it is. I mean, guys like Eric Hartman and Tate Southesine are just killing it because there are more attractive pieces in the minors maybe than we expected. Do the Braves make a move early and perhaps maybe sacrifice a little bit of the hope for the future with a team that can make a deal now and maybe make it mutually beneficial? That might be the way to go, because that will be how some people do it. That will be how some teams approach this trade deadline and say, okay, let's overpay in mid-July rather than, go ahead and, sorry about that, go ahead and, wait until August 3rd, I guess is the trade deadline. So, yeah, I think there will be. It's just a matter of, this team and the organization deciding how aggressive they want to be.
I gotta ask you before I let you go, Barrett. Ha-Seong Kim, does he speak English? And if so, do his teammates talk to him?
He does speak enough English.
He's so
There's
bad.
a translator in there at all times. He understands English and he does speak it a little bit. But yeah, the teammates do talk to him. But it's, he got 4 straight starts these last 4 games, and that's on purpose. This has gone, I think, too far, or as far as it can possibly go. So I think before they made a rash, they didn't want to make a rash decision and say, okay, well, you're getting 4 at-bats a week. That means you can't do it anymore. They, I think, decided, hey, you're going to get 4 full games where you get full game at-bats. Let's see if you can, get out of this funk. And the answer is clearly no.
$20 million 1-year deal. I know you know the stats. I'm saying it for our listeners. 5 hits and 73 at-bats.
Yeah. It's not good.
That
it's
is
not good.
0.068 is your batting.
So that's $4 million per hit. That's great.
Yeah, well, yeah, I had a question. Like my buddies and I have like a big check shame. If you had 100 plate appearances, could you bunt your way to a better batting average?
I think you could. Yeah.
No, I'm saying
could.
you specifically.
No, I think I could. No, I think that's my best bet is, putting the bat in the zone and trying to lay one down the third base line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
But the problem with that is the infield's playing in anyways. I'm at the plate. So.
Well, yeah.
Would I be better? No, bunt's probably the way. I feel like I could bunt for a higher average than Ha-Seong Kim is what he's doing right now. That's embarrassing.
It's frustrating, but I would be floored if he's in the starting lineup today, just because giving him 4 straight days, I think is on purpose. And I know fans were frustrated with that, and I was totally fine with it because, this is something that he has to get out of or he's not going to play, and you want to give him a shot every day to see if he can get out of it, and he didn't, and he hasn't. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to be talking about him as a starter or a contributor at all much longer. And again, part of this too, you can read between some lines. Kyle Farmer is on a rehab assignment, and he's getting reacquainted with the catcher position. Well, what does that have to do with Ha-Seong Kim? Well, it makes Kyle Farmer a key part of the plan for this team as an emergency catcher, and he's also an infielder. So if he can do both of those things, then he'll be on the roster as an emergency catcher and an infielder. Well, who's got to go? The guy who can't play anywhere else.
Yep. That's right. Let's get a series win over the Cardinals. Get things back on track before the All-Star break. Barrett Sallee.
I will do all that I can.
I know you always do. I always count on you. You're solid with the pre, the post, and rain delays. Radio host there, 680 The Fan in Atlanta. Also radio host of the Atlanta Braves. You can hear them all season long here on Jocks. Barrett was, appreciate the time. Have a great week. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Have a wonderful 4th of July, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, y'all too.
Barrett Sallee, Braves Radio Network on the Higginbotham Hotline. You deserve solutions that are built for you. Higginbotham's your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services. Update you on the Jocks text line, 205-834-9450.
I was just going to share this because it'll make you feel better.
Is Ha-Seong Kim, is he?
No. It has nothing to do with the Braves. But as bad as because the Braves offensively has been rough lately, right?
Dreadful.
So my team, the Yankees, we're on a 5-game losing streak right now. I saw this stat earlier, and I was just waiting to pull it out. So the Yankees have now become the first team in the history of the American League over a 4-game stretch, 35 or more strikeouts, and a batting average under 100 as a team. So it could be worse.
It could always be worse. Whether it's there was a time in my life when I looked and I said, well, at least I'm not Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
At least I'm not Britney Spears. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yes.
But at one point in your life, you're like, golly, I wish I was Antonio Brown. I wish I was Britney Spears. Yeah.
Not anymore, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Can't even begin to fathom. Mm-mm.
Hey, we're both going to be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
It's going to iron out.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
It'll be fine.
It's so frustrating to watch right now.
It is. Well, and especially when, no one's going to have sympathy for either of our fan bases or either of the teams that we root for, right? But when right, you've seen the proof this season of how good they are or can be, and then when they go from that to literally being the worst you can imagine, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Well,
and something that Barrett said, and he watches his team, he's there for batting practice, he's around the team, he's in the clubhouse, and there's stuff that he can't even share with us. But I do know for a fact that he's got his finger on the pulse. And if he says these guys, they press too much and they struggle when they press too much, it sounds like me and my golf game, and that is not good if you're a Braves fan. Me and my best playing golf is playing loose and carefree.
Yep. Got to play loose.
Yep. So hopefully the Braves, they can get it done. You can hear them all season long right here on Jocks. We'll continue. Get to the text line, 205-834-9450. A lot of interesting texts. We appreciate it. Three-man front as we continue on this Tuesday.
Full Send Golf, part of the Full Send podcast.
All right, the Full Send Golf channel. I was like, let's go to the range. Then fell in love with it.
This pod is about to be crazy. I don't even know what's going to happen.
Join the party on the golf course.
You guys know how much I really, really love golf.
All right, Salim, we got 2 putts to break 80 here. Get it there, right? You wouldn't want it any other way, brother.
These are the ones we practice.
Go.
Yeah!
Oh, let's go.
Let's go, 80s, bro. Yeah, even though it's from the Reds.
It's just like a boy's scrap.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform. Full Send Golf.
You guys know how much I really, really love golf.
Full Send Golf, 2v2. Me and VOD versus Big John and Kyle. Oh, it feels good to be back on the links with the boys.
Join the party on the golf course.
Back to golf in a big way. Now what, practice? Let's go hit the range.
I was like, let's go to the range.
We are headed to the golf course. Yo, you want to golf with us?
No.
You don't play golf?
No.
Try. We got to break par.
I'm very, very excited. You excited?
Yeah.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.